It doesn't say fan this time, and it won't turn on.
No.
No. Tragic, mama.
It's fine. It happens.
What can you do?
The girlies are back together again.
The girls.
The girls.
The girls.
But they left us alone. This is going to be chaos.
Oh,
Hello.
God.
Or should I say,
hello,
divas. And welcome to The Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea into reality. And you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan, where I say something gay. And tonight, it's a late recording for us.
So and we're an hour late to the late recording.
A little bit. It's fine. I am drinking some fabulous red wine. I had a viewing party here last night for season 16 and for UK versus the World. Very excited to talk about it. And I still had half a bottle of wine left. And it's this cute, like, kind of funky wine, and I'm here for it. Also,
and
I would just like to make it known that I'm sending Cheryl home.
Oh, work.
Unfortunately.
Good to know.
I love Cheryl Hole. Shout out to Cheryl Hole.
And Kiki still isn't on All Stars. My name is Dawn Stone. I am Tampa's Galaxy Gamer Girl, formerly possibly renamed to Tampa's Snapping Turtle because my vagina has teeth.
Purr.
I'll explain that to you later.
Please. Oh my goodness. We're back together.
We are back together.
It's me and it's Dawn. It's Mama Roo and Blue.
It's Lodon. Lodon. Yeah.
Doggin? No.
Dogan one.
Oh yeah, it would be.
It would be Dogan.
Lawn. It's Lawn.
Nope. And then we just add an A to it and it's Lana.
Yes. It's Lawn. Okay.
No.
Anyway, we're back together. And it's time for the premiere of UK versus the World!
Without Blue, but still Mama Roo, but possibly not.
Oh my God. Okay. I want to get into it, but first I need to finish the intro. But I want to get into that first. So before we get into everything that happened in this premiere episode, which was fabulous, by the way, make sure to subscribe if you have not already, because we're here almost all the time giving you almost all things drag. We've got 5 active drag franchises right now, and soon to be more exclusive content available on our membership channel. So if you would like to become a member of The Cup and join the tea room, hit the join button down below. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
I haven't heard that yet.
Yeah, baby.
I have been gone from the production meetings, mama.
The
production mama.
But if you want to join the tea room, the join button is available on our channel here. We are also on Patreon. Same content, different platform. As a Patreon girly myself, I like Patreon, so we have it available there too. Both of those links will be down in the description, or that link will be down in the description below. We've got 2 other channels as well with almost all things reality TV and almost all things Eurovision Song Contest. So make sure to check those out as well. And while you're down in the description also, you could go get your merch, including but not limited to cup mug.
Cup mug. Cup mug.
And you can get yours at lanagcreations.etsy.com. Link is down there, and we do ship internationally and domestically within the US, so there are no excuses. And today we're looking at both UK and the world.
And the Philippines, and France, and the US.
Well, that's why I said the world, because there's like 7 different countries represented here today.
I know, but I just wanted to name them all because it's fun.
Per Iana. So,
Periana.
Okay. This premiere, I have to say, I really enjoyed the premiere, but does Mama Roo have COVID again?
I think she does. Well,
baby.
Yes.
Well, yes. Because, especially at the end of the episode, as she's doing critiques, her eyes bloodshot.
Yeah.
Bloodshot eyes, low voice. I was like,
oh.
I hope she didn't get everybody on set sick. Like, that's tea.
No, I do have some things about bloodshot eyes that I want to bring up later.
Okay.
Because I did notice something, and I wanted to see if anybody else noticed it too. But I want to bring that up later.
Okay. But yeah, overall, cute premiere.
Cute. I really enjoyed it.
I did too.
Mm-hmm.
We're just going to dive in. We're going to start with our entrances, because that's a great place to start.
Right.
And first up, Tia Coffee, my baby.
Tia Coffee's back.
Uh,
I love that she's recreating her entrance look. And
yes.
I love that the hair is still slightly thirsty. Um
Ever so
ever
slightly.
so slightly, like just slightly parched.
Just a little bit.
No, she actually looks sickening though. I really love the fact that she has taken the critiques from Rue and become like this geek supermodel and is literally killing it. Like she's been killing it since her season. Like, and yeah, I'm just excited to see what she comes back with and see if she's able to redeem herself on the runway, which so far she has been.
Yeah, I really enjoy this from Tia. I like that she's taking this recreation of her entrance look. This is an adequate bodysuit made of materials on her body. It's a little bit more than adequate. I really enjoyed it. I think she was the right person to come in first.
Yeah,
I like that
UK
she
series
was
too.
the one. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's the most successful UK season, or at least I'm pretty sure the highest rated. Like she's the one that people are really tuning in for.
Of the UK girls, probably.
Yeah,
probably her and Choriza, I would say.
Yeah, but and kind of for similar, they're both out at Snatch Game.
Let's hope that doesn't happen this year, because
ooh, girl, I would be crying.
Yeah, I would as well. But your score for Miss Tia Coffee?
I will say I don't like the clashing leopard print harness with this. So I am gonna give it a 75.
I am gonna give her an 80.
Work.
Because I do agree with that, but I like it a little bit more. So next, onto the main stage, not into the workroom, onto the main stage, Anaconda.
Love.
Yes.
Love her. Hanaconda has a special place in my heart. One, because of my experience with her at DragCon, which was absolutely fantastic. And I told you about this, right? Where my phone literally was dead, and then she took a picture on her phone, followed me, and sent me the photo of me, her, Spanky, and Queen.
Oh, that's so incredible.
Yeah, I was like, I wanted to come over and take a photo with you guys, but my phone's dead. And she's like, I got you. Like, it's genuinely just a very sweet and kind soul. Mug is sickening. She's really coming in here being perfect, and I'm loving seeing.
As she told us later on that she was.
Exact, and she was, and well, yes, she was.
Well, yes. Yeah, I had an interaction with her too at DragCon. Mine was backstage, and it was just a very, very quick conversation. I told her that I was working for Minnie, and she goes, "Oh, that bitch," and I was like, "Yes, I agree." Shout out Minnie Cooper, who made an appearance. She was on this episode.
Was she
in Hannah's little flashback? It was her and Hannah in that horrible acting challenge.
Oh yeah,
but I was jail like, one. Minnie Cooper made it to UK versus the world. That's all I care about.
And another reason I really love Hanaconda is because the first episode I did on the Cup was the Down Under season 2 finale. Yeah, where I came for her tinsel wig.
You sure did, girl.
I sure did.
This entrance is everything, though.
It is.
The color is gorgeous on her. I love this wig. It's a great start for Hanaconda.
Down. I'm excited to see her kill it.
Scores.
I'm gonna give it. I am gonna give this a full.
Work. I'm gonna give her a 92.
Work.
Next up, Arancha Castilla-La Mancha.
Did somebody order a Spanish loser?
Did you get the references?
Is that it's a Hannah? Well, she's doing Miley Cyrus's like one of her red carpet looks, right?
No, this is a recreation of the look that Miley's wearing in the title card in the Hannah Montana intro that every episode had.
Oh my god!
It's the yellow with the stripe. And then, did you get the confessional too?
Okay, here's the thing. I didn't watch Hannah Montana growing up.
Okay, so as a Hannah Montana scholar, let me educate you really quick.
Okay.
So so every episode there was the title sequence for the episode, and this is a variation, like a dragged up version, basically, of what she wore in that. It was like a yellow tiger stripe situation. You only really got to see like neck up from it.
Yeah.
And then in the confessional, her little denim jacket with the flowers on it is a recreation of what Miley wore on, I believe, her first season as a coach on The Voice. She wore this denim jacket with flowers on it for all of the blind auditions.
So she was definitely making a reference to flowers there.
So she's Hannah and Miley.
But
and I love her for it.
That is actually kind of iconic. No, I have no issues with this look though. Okay, to clarify, for some reason I didn't like Hannah Montana growing up. Now I like Hannah Montana, but for some reason I just never wanted to watch it and never interested me. But now looking back, like Hannah Montana as a character is a drag queen.
Oh yeah.
I never I thought about that like recently. I was like, Hannah Montana is probably what inspired a lot of gay people to do drag without even realizing they want to do drag.
Including Arantxa.
No, fully.
I love it.
About Arantxa though.
Gorgina Ramsey.
I never thought we were gonna see her back. Ever.
I'm so happy we are.
And it's on a RuPaul judge season. I don't think Ru and
Michelle at least one episode judged by RuPaul. I'll say that much.
We'll see where that goes. But
we'll see. Yeah.
Every time RuPaul just goes to the UK, she just decides to get sick.
Well, I'm worried though, because the last time that RuPaul got sick and Michelle had to judge a franchise, a trans woman went home. I'm worried.
And I don't blame you.
I'm worried for my Arantxa Castilla-La Mancha.
A blonde trans woman at that.
Yeah, she's Gorgina, by the way.
No, for real.
I hope she comes to DragCon this year in LA, and I really hope she's there. I absolutely adore her. She speaks to like my generation. I think we're the same age, and so she really speaks to like my generation and what I would want to do a little bit in drag myself. And like, I just feel like her energy speaks to my energy so much. I love this entrance look. If anything, I would say maybe one less layer of that blue and black tulle.
I don't care. I like it.
I like it. I don't like it coming up over the belt. That's the only thing.
Okay, I see that.
That's the only thing, but it's not that much of a ding for me. I still really enjoy what Arantxa's doing here.
Right. So, down Yana.
Scores.
I'm gonna give this a 90.
I'm also gonna give it a 90, actually.
Period.
The queen of the party!
Mama, she's the pope of the party today.
Come on, pope of the party. Come on, May May. I'm so happy to see May May here.
Well, we got to see her.
We got to see her. She was there.
I will say, I love Mayhem. I love Mayhem so much.
This is my favorite of her entrance looks. I will say that.
It's not an Amazon bodysuit. She came in red every time, though.
I know. I kind of love that theme. There are a couple girls who have done that, like a similar... I think Jujubee's come every time in black.
She has come every time in black.
Yeah.
Wait. Yeah, because season 2, All Stars. Yeah, no, she did.
Yeah.
Look at that.
All four times were basic black dresses.
And I love that for her.
And I love this on Mayhem. I think this dark ruby color is so gorge on her. Her skin is glowing. The mug is always good. I like the accessories. It's simple, but it's very effective at conveying, hey, I'm a bad bitch and I'm here.
That's very Mayhem's drag. And I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say I'm excited to see Mayhem here, but if you're watching this, you probably already know. She's already sashayed away. Yeah. But like I'm just glad that we got to see some Mayhem on our screens, and I'm glad that she got to go home without being sad or mad.
I know.
But I will say all the time, I do say, like whenever like I'm mad or pissed at something and somebody's like, oh, like don't get mad. Oh, I'm not mad, I'm just kikiing.
Yeah.
Iconic.
Truly.
Iconic, I fear.
I love May. So scores for Mayhem.
I almost said 10. No. I'm at like 10 out of 10. But no, I'm gonna give it like a 95.
I'm gonna give her a 91.
Workiana.
Next up, Choriza May.
Ole ole. It's Choriza May. Love Choriza.
This is cute.
Mm-hmm. Robbed Goddessa. For
Yes.
sure.
Getting her Redemptiana. I'm here for it.
Redemptiana.
Redemptiana. This blue and lime green combination has been very, very popular in drag recently.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here for it personally. I think this is interesting. I don't particularly care for the tulle cape.
See, that's my issue with it too. If it was done in like the 2016, 2017, 18, 19 era of drag, where if it was like a tulle skirt,
yes,
like, and because that collar plus the flames where everything ends up, she looks short.
She looks very short.
She has a very round face here.
Yeah.
Like where like her round face plus the shortness, it just literally makes her look like this tall. And we know she's not that tall. So I feel like if you just moved the tulle down like to her waist, and then got rid of the collar and just added a nice little blue sapphire necklace, I would have been happy.
Yeah. Or even just take the tulle out altogether and just have this elaborate collar situation with the bodysuit, I think would be a little bit better.
Personally, I like to see more than just like a corset, but that's me.
That's valid for sure.
Like I need at least something there with it.
Sure. No, I get that.
Just a corset.
I do still think she looks good. The color combination is good on her. I love this wig. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just the finishings for me. I just wish she didn't look so short.
Yeah.
That's really all it is for me. But scores.
I'm gonna give it a 70.
I'm gonna give it a 77.
Work.
Next up, La Grande Dame.
France! Girl, you know how much I love that meme. You know how much I love the France meme.
So many times.
And I don't care. I live for it every time.
I loved it. Oh, I absolutely fucking loved it.
No, like when she said it in her Meet the Queens, she said it here. She said it, I think, on another time too. But like
she said it a couple times in confessional.
Yes, but the fact that like, I'm sorry, like I just love that reference so much. Like it's so stupid and funny to me. But just this is my first time experiencing La Grande Dame for who she is. So like to get to see her. I'm living for La Grande Dame so far, and she's giving pussy cunt.
Good.
Oh, can't say that anymore.
Yeah, it's fine. I love what's going on here. I was very excited when I found out La Grande Dame was on this cast. I'm so happy to see her back because she could have won her first season. I'm happy to see her again because I'm happy to see more of her. I think this entrance look is great. Simple dress, little poof sleeve situation, simple boot. She looks tall. She looks like a model. She's so hot out of drag. It's stupid. Like it's so strange for all the girls that I'm so used to hearing speak another language. It is so strange to hear La Grande Dame speak English. It is like so strange.
She just doesn't seem like somebody. I think it's because she's so pretty that it doesn't look like she should know another language. If that makes sense. Like she should only be speaking French, but like I'm not mad that she speaks such nice. Like she has less of an accent than Nikki Doll.
Yeah.
In terms of her English, and that's not like saying, but like when you hear Nikki, like you really hear the French influence in when she speaks.
You're like, bitch, you're French.
Yeah, like, oh, bitch, you're French. Well, her, like, the accent isn't as strong, which I just wouldn't expect from La Grande Dame, but obsessed with her. No notes here, none. But I like, she's fashion and she's skinny. Like, fuck her.
Yeah, so, I know, right?
Yeah, like, fuck her.
And she's funny.
She's
a Snatch Game winner. She's a Snatch Game winner.
And she made RuPaul laugh in English.
True.
Like, that's, well, was it English? But we'll get there.
We'll get there. Scores for her entrance look.
Fully Anna.
Perfect.
Fully Anna.
I'm going to give her a 95.
Because
I think there's better things to come. Next up, Marina Mother King Summers. Oh, bye, Dawn. Bye.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
No. No.
Yes.
No to you. Yes to Marina.
Yes.
I mean, yeah. Uh-huh. I love this as her entrance. I think it's so knight in shining armor, but make it
Terno, but make it Filipina.
Very.
Make it destroy those colonizers.
It's so subtly Filipina in a way that I really enjoy. And I love a full display of Filipina culture. Let me make that very, very clear. And we'll talk about that later. But I love the fully exposed leg here. This fabric just looks like metal just gliding onto her body. So
wait, no. I was incorrect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Down.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Like Mugderiana. Like,
her entrance
fully.
line being like, so the fucking colonizers line, I was like, you are so insane, actually.
She did that. And she was such a powerhouse on our original season. Like, wasn't she literally in the top, like win-win low?
She was never in the bottom, I can tell you that.
Yeah, I think it was literally like she was never even safe until like the makeover, from what I heard.
So.
Like, she was literally that good. She is that bitch.
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad she didn't win Philippines so we could see her here.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
As much as I would have liked to see her win Philippines, I'm happy to see her again.
Mm-hmm. And I am mugthering just because it's Marina Summers, and I know that. But like, it's Marina Summers.
Oh,
how can you not mugther?
Oh, I'm giving it a full because I still think the look is fantastic.
Oh yeah, no, the look is fantastic. Marina Summers is mother, but I would say the look is full. Like, her energy and how she presents it is mother.
Yes, I agree.
Down.
And I won't be 100% biased. If Marina does something that is not up to her standard, then I'll comment on it. But I don't think she will, so it's fine.
It's like the very much like, if she falls, she will fall hard.
Yeah.
So she better not fucking fall.
I hope not. Next up, JB, y'all.
JB's in the house, y'all.
Oh my god. It's John Burrs. You know what? I'm happy to see John Burrs. Whatever.
Jojo Siwa Babushka is back.
Yes.
I missed her. This is the first full season of Drag Race I got to cover on the cup. I like UK4. I don't love it. I like it. But I think that John Burrs Blonde honestly is really underrated as a contestant on Drag Race. I think about that little like green look, not the one that she recreated, but the one that was like, this is one of the best things to ever come off the runway. I think about that all the time. I love that look. And I don't really remember too much of what she did, but I remember enjoying her, and I remember her Sugar Babes lip sync. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is really strong for John Burrs. Hi, she's Irish. What? Shocker.
Top of the morning to you.
Yeah, I mean, she's coming in. She's branding herself as Irish again. I love this snake wig. That is my favorite part of this.
Yeah.
Like, that's so stupid. I love it. The hat that popped out I thought was cute. I think the look overall is cute. I'm not mad at this entrance at all.
Yeah, same.
So, scores.
I like it more than Tia,
Okay.
so I'm gonna give it a 75.
Which is the same thing you gave Tia.
No, I gave Tia a 70.
No, you gave Tia 75. I have it written down.
No, because I did 70 and you did 75 because you liked it slightly more than I did.
No, I gave it an 80. You gave it
Oh,
a
okay,
75.
JK.
Diva, I
Sorry.
literally wrote it down. I literally have it written down.
JK, if I like it more than Tia's, then I'm going to give it a 77.5 because it's not a B for me, but it's a C.
Okay. I gave her an 80.
Work.
I'm like, don't come for me with knowing scores today because I'm writing scores down because we're tracking scores now.
Okay.
Per Rihanna. Next up, Kate Minaj.
I really like this.
Yes.
And I didn't watch Holland season 2, but I know the robbery that woman went through.
Uh-huh.
So I'm excited to see her here. I'm excited to see what she brings. I'm excited for Kata to do Kata things.
Yeah.
Like, we already know the caliber of drag. Like, she's up there with Marina Summers in Mugther territory.
Yeah.
Like, but for some reason, she's not bringing the same, like, star. Like, in my opinion, like, the star quality seems to be a little bit dimmed. I guess that's just because there's so many powerhouses in this cast that it feels like she is kind of in not the background, but like the middle ground for me.
I think it's only one episode, honestly. I think, and she was a little bit more reserved at the start of her original season.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she came out and she won the talent show immediately, but she's not the biggest personality.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of lets her drag speak for her.
Okay.
So you're not going to see her with like the big, wild, whatever. You're going to see her be enthusiastic, and you're going to see her giving good drag, but she's just not the world's biggest personality.
Yeah, I'm not saying like I can't tell that,
Totally.
but like, you know, and it's not like I can tell. I'm not being shady, but like, because she is fucking sickening. I don't want to read her because she's better at drag than I am. But like, you didn't have to agree. But
I did.
No, yeah.
She's been on Drag Race twice. You haven't.
I know.
Not that that's a benchmark for good drag, but like,
it's a pressure cooker environment. No, but she's sickening. She's that girl. She'll be fine.
Yeah. I really enjoyed this from her. I really like this black sheer panel we've got going on here. This very simple but very effective dress. She knows her shape. She knows what looks good on her. And she's coming in a very simple gown to go, get some oranges from Trader Joe's. And, she looks good.
It is giving rich bitch.
It really is.
It's giving
That's
rich.
her drag is like rich, evil bitch. And I love it.
Very Cruella de Vil, but if like she skinned leopards instead of Dalmatians.
Sure. Also, so hot out of drag. Like, violently hot out of drag.
Well, yes.
Well, yes. Ugh.
I'm going to give this an 85.
I'm going to give her an 89.
Workiana.
Scarlet Envy.
I'm going to be honest. I love Scarlet Envy. I'm
too.
sure she's a fantastic person.
Yes.
I don't get the hype that people have for Scarlet Envy.
Oh, okay.
And it's not her. It's not her as a person. I think she's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see what other people see in her. And I want to. Like, I really, really want to. Yeah. But for some reason, I just never get that energy. Like, and I'm not saying, like, obviously, I think every queen that's on Drag Race deserves to come back. But I'm like, there are a lot of options that I would have from the US out of the 16 seasons that we've seen. 15 seasons at this point, I guess, that I would have liked to seen before Scarlet, but I'm not mad to see her here by any means. Yeah. I do think that her makeup has regressed strangely because I really liked her makeup on All Star 6, but here it feels like this is her season 11 makeup. Like it feels like an in-between of her season 11 and All Stars makeup. Obviously better than her season 11, but like I really liked when she was doing the bigger drag in the eyes and stuff like that.
Sure.
Like, and I think it just like complemented her face a little bit better than this specific mug. I think that her mug for the talent show was a lot better than the one here. But I do like Scarlet as an individual and as a drag artist.
I think a lot of what I think a lot of the hype around Scarlett is just the fact that she's getting another opportunity. Because I will say, I feel like both of her seasons, she went home a little prematurely. And I don't think she's really ever been seen by the judges in the way that she should be.
Right.
Mind you, she was also on two very strong powerhouse casts prior to this season. And she's on another powerhouse cast this season. And so I like her drag is very good. I really enjoy Scarlett. I think if I was casting this season personally, I agree with you. I don't know that I would have had Scarlett over maybe some of these other girls who haven't been back. I really think, honestly, for the Versus the World, it really should be US girls that haven't been on All Stars yet. I think level the playing field. I think that's maybe the fairest way to do it. And there are some girls that haven't been back for All Stars that I would have loved to see on this cast.
Yeah, for sure. I think it would have been fun to have like some international queens that were represented on US, like that are from countries outside of the US originally, and they immigrated there that haven't been on All Stars yet, to kind of fill those holes that we miss in Versus the World, since we already have so many All Stars. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yes, but I can only think of one person right now who's done that, and they did it after this Versus the World filmed.
Have they?
Prince is the only person I can think of right now.
No. I'm not talking like, not like Jeannie and Prince, who have been like on Drag Race Thailand or Philippines and came to the US. I'm talking US queens that were on Drag Race US. But they're like Nikki Doll, for example. But obviously we couldn't use Nikki because she hosts France. But like, they were originally from a different country, but came to the US. Like maybe or like an Alyssa Hunter. I know she's from Puerto Rico, but that's
okay. I guess I see what you're I see where you're coming from with that for sure. I think more so for me, I would just like it to be people who haven't been on All Stars yet.
Valid.
Like, that is really honestly, valid. The person I think would have fit in the most with this cast would have been Utica.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think she
brings that quirky energy and a high level of high fashion. And I think Utica could have been someone that would have been really good here. Allegedly, we're going to see her very soon, but I think Nina West would have fit beautifully into this cast. I think someone like Peppermint would have fit beautifully into this cast. I
think the issue for me is I don't think that they would come to UK Versus the World. And the reason I say that is because they are already shoo-ins for All Stars. And why spend all this money to make $50,000 or £50,000 when they didn't even know at the time that they were going to make £50,000 when they already could make $200,000?
That's valid.
So I think, and plus extra with tips from winning lip syncs, when here it's still just badges. So I think it's fine to have All Stars on Versus the Worlds. Like, I'm fine with it. I'm not mad at it. But I hate that it's like you didn't win your second chance, so now you get a third chance. Hopefully, now that we're getting more All Star seasons outside of the US, that it kind of becomes you already did US, like you did your All Star season, like España All Stars or Philippines All Stars, and now we're also giving you another chance on Versus the World. So it's like not, I guess, a more even playing field in a way.
I get that.
Yeah.
Your score for Scarlett's dress.
Oh yeah, I haven't even talked about Scarlett's dress. Yeah, it's cute.
It's cute.
I think the ostrich feathers could be a little bit more.
I don't even need them, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, I think it's either like none or all of them, because they kind of, that one back on the shoulder looks like really skimpy.
The placement looks so strange. I don't get it.
I don't get that, and it kind of looks like it's torn up on the side. I don't know, but like just because of how the feather makes it place, it looks like it's frayed, like it's a frayed strap. But I don't mind it. I'm gonna give her an 80.
I'm gonna give her a 75.
We spent a long time on Scarlett Envy, but we love you. We really do. I promise.
I adore Scarlett. I'm very happy she's here.
Yeah.
But yes. Last up, Gothy Kendall. I love that everyone roared with her. That was the cutest fucking thing in the world.
That was. And her walk, unfortunately, has not changed. since her original
You
season.
know, a lot about her drag hasn't changed, unfortunately.
Which is shocking. But, like, I can tell that there was growth.
Yes.
But I think she thinks there was more growth than there actually was.
I mean, there's definitely growth in the aesthetic. There's a lot more polish than there was. I think her makeup is definitely improved. I think this look is cute. I think it's very, very cute and basic and serviceable for an entrance look for her. I'm not mad at this per se. It's not the most grandiose look. It's not the biggest look, but it's branded based on the one thing we saw from her that we remember. So, you know what? I'll take that from her. And I am very excited to see what Gothi will continue to do.
Yes.
So,
I think that she does deserve to be here.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I think it's exciting that we're having a pork chop on, especially like such an iconic pork chop like Gothi Kendall.
Yeah.
You know, and I already know that RuPaul loves her because that is one of the names that RuPaul remembers, and RuPaul doesn't remember any names.
Exactly.
So, like, because, like, remember when, like, she was talking to Sminty, of all people,
Yes.
and she brought something like, oh, I was trying to give Mothy Kendall, and she's like, oh, do the thing. You know, like, RuPaul likes Gothi. So I'm excited to see if Gothi can really get out of her shell here.
Agreed. Your score.
I didn't even talk about the look again.
Okay, well,
It's
Diva,
cute.
talk about the look.
It's cute. This is what I was talking about, like, for Teresa. If it was, like, I like that there's a corset with something under it.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm going to give it a 90.
I'm going to give her a 78.
Well, okay.
Well, yes. So they all come in, and then, oh my God, there's another queen behind the divider wall. Oh my God, who could it be? It's Raven. For literally no reason.
What, no Jujubee? That was funny. I thought What, no Jujubee was funny?
That was a very comical moment that had humor involved.
I laughed.
Yeah. I'm glad to see she's still in dark mode. And the RuPaul comes out. I didn't get it. I was like, I don't need this.
See, I kind of just wish it was Jujubee.
I wish it was Jujubee too.
Like,
I'm back for a 5th time.
Technically 6th if you count Queen of the Universe.
I don't, unfortunately.
7th if you count Drag U.
Well, she didn't compete on Drag U.
She was there for Drag U.
She was on staff for Drag U.
She technically competed in Secret Celebrity.
No, she was on staff then too.
But she was there.
Okay, yes, but she was not a competitor. Anyway, I didn't need the Raven bit, but RuPaul walks out and immediately, very deep RuPaul voice. And I was like, what is happening?
Yeah, we were like,
oh, is this a bit? Like,
is she not excited to be here? Like, what's going on?
No, I think this was the 5th season she filmed in a row and she was tired.
Yeah, no, I know, but I'm just saying, like...
No, I'm just saying I think that's the realization of the situation.
Yeah, no, but, like, my thought process originally was, like, it seems like she's not excited to be here.
I see what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm sure she's like, ugh. Because
I'm pretty sure they filmed this right after they filmed UK 5.
Yep, it was, like, the same thing happened from UK 3 to Versus the World.
Yeah.
Where UK 3 came out and literally the next day the Versus the World girls were walking in.
Yeah.
So it's like probably the same thing, like quite literally the next day after they finished UK 5.
I think the filming schedule last year, I think it was 15 All-Stars Down Under and then UK and then UK versus, or it might have been UK Versus the World then UK.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah, I think that was
because it was a really quick turnaround for UK. And then and then a little bit of a break, then International All-Stars.
That filmed, what, November? Yeah, she had, I think, 2 months off.
Yeah.
And then filmed Global.
She probably needed.
Yeah, clearly.
For real.
And then UK 6 is already filming right now.
Crazy.
Allegedly. So, But Rue comes in. We find out that UK versus the world rules are officially in effect. Top 2 lip sync for your legacy. We already know what the format is, but
Yeah.
we find out that for the first time, there is a cash prize for a UK franchise, which I appreciate.
Thank God.
And they are competing for £50,000, which is roughly, I believe, we did the conversion last night when we were watching. I think it's roughly about 63,000 US.
Nice.
Which I believe is not taxed because they earn the money outside of the UK or outside of the US. And $100,000 after taxes, they used to get around 60,000.
Yeah.
So it's pretty on par with what the US girls would have gotten otherwise if they had won their first seasons. But did you hear the tea about how they're actually able to give a cash prize this season?
I just thought it was because the people were complaining so much that nobody would want to come back for Versus the World if they weren't winning any money.
Probably. But the BBC has a rule. So BBC shows can give out cash prizes if it is a competition show in which there is no production meddling. And in this case, there's no production meddling because the queens are sending themselves home.
Oh.
So,
I guess, yeah.
So while RuPaul names the tops and bottoms of the week, the ultimate decision on who is eliminated comes down to the queens. So,
and by that logic, I guess, yeah, there wouldn't be any production meddling, and I guess, it's already illegal in the UK for them to edit anybody out of context.
Well, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So,
but I'm excited that there's finally a cash prize on UK, and I hope it continues for.
We'll see. We'll see with UK 6. I'm hopeful for sure.
Well, I know that Blue Hydrangea is shaking in her boots right now.
Oh, did you see Blue post on Instagram about it? She was pissed.
See, the thing is, I hope for Blue that when they bring her in for her winning, and like RuPaul says something like, "Oh my God, you did an amazing job," and because you didn't get a cash prize, here's $10,000 or pounds.
Well, I mean, she already won. Well, it wasn't Celebrity MasterChef in the UK, but it was like some celebrity cooking competition in the UK. Yeah. And hell, she's currently on Dancing with the Stars.
She don't need it.
Ireland, like she's fine.
Yeah,
she's good.
She's fine.
She's one of the most famous drag queens in the UK. Yeah. I think she's okay.
And I mean, obviously, she was doing fine because she follows Dawn Stone on Instagram.
Good for you, Diva.
No, I know that's just me being weird.
Oh no, I love it. I love that for you. We find out that the Maxi Challenge is the talent show. We're used to it. It happens. We are pretty used to it by now.
I love the talent show, though. I really do.
I do too. I think it's definitely a nice equalizer at the start of a season to just be like, show me what you got.
Yeah.
What'd you bring?
Exactly. Like, what is going to make you stand out? What's going to, like, are you going to brand yourself in this moment? And I feel like a lot of queens were very successful at that.
Yes.
Sure.
So we see everyone coming into the workroom, getting their stations figured out, all that kind of stuff. My favorite part of this entire episode is Hannah Conda walking into the workroom being like, it's so big. That was my absolute favorite moment.
And hopefully seeing that makes Down Under step their ass up and give them some fucking room.
God.
But
we see the US girls converging, being shady. Scarlett is already the drama.
Yep. And what's weird is that, like, this is an exact correlation of what happened on Versus the World 1, where Mo Hart and Jujubee immediately get together and start reading everybody around the room. If you remember that.
I do.
So I thought that was, like, really interesting. And I thought it was funny that Mayhem knew nobody's names. I was like, girl, if you were going on Versus the World, you could have watched, like, at least a season or two of the...
To be fair, she was an alternate. Allegedly.
On 1?
No, she was an alternate on this season.
Oh, really?
Allegedly. Yeah.
I know she was asked for Versus the World 1.
Yes.
So, and she confirmed that. But I thought it was kind of funny that, like, she came in and she was just like, I don't know these girls' names.
Yeah,
Why do I got to know these girls' names? And I was like, that's
I'm
hilarious.
pretty sure she was like a 2 or 3 week prior alternate
Mm-hmm.
for a stale grain item.
Pasta?
No. Crispy
Later.
cracker. Allegedly.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was my mind was going to another grain baked dish, and I was like, they would never ask her back.
No, never.
I was like, oh, okay, yeah, no.
But
But
anyway, and we also get the first meeting of the UK UN committee.
Girl, they just Brexited themselves.
I kind of loved it. And I love the 4 of them being together, be like, we're gonna keep each other, right? Yeah. Okay, good. And then them realizing amongst themselves that the 4, when Tia was like, well, the 4 of us all collectively represent 1 challenge win. So
they represent a quarter of a challenge win.
Correct, because Choriza's win was shared
with BDE.
So it's
which
like,
doesn't make it any less of a win. But there's
no,
a win
she
with
has
3
a
other
full
people.
repeater badge, but
She's a full, but there's 1 badge, but it's a quarter of a win.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That whole sequence cracked me up. I was like,
I don't think anybody even thought about that before the season. That there was 1 collective win shared between all of them.
I didn't think about it.
Like, none of them were challenge winners. And I was like, oh.
A lot of these girls were not, challenge winners on their season.
But they were like...
I think the most successful girl in her original season was Logan Dawn.
And Hannah. No, Hannah, too.
Oh, well, no, actually, no, it would have been Hannah. Because I think Grand Dame and Marina both had 2 wins, and Hannah had 3.
Yeah, Hannah had 3. And
but
I
if
don't
you think about it, Scarlett only got 1 win. Mayhem only has 1 win. Anantra never got a win. Oh, Kita has 3. Never mind. It's Kita and Hannah.
Mm-hmm. No, for sure. Like, Kita is definitely the front runner in terms of like scores and stuff like that. But like, again, she's not standing out. I'm not sure if that's a part of her strategy or...
I think it's just episode 1, darling. There's so much to get through in this 1 episode. We did see a little bit of her and Marina kind of bonding because she's like, yeah, I'm Indonesian. So, hey, 2 Asian queens on a season. I'm here for it. And they were talking about like the pressure of being the only person to represent their country. And both being Asian. I think I'm very happy to see this sisterhood between Keita and Marina for sure.
There's a lot of parallels this season between season 1 and season 2, where Janie and Pangina had their talk about how they're the only ones representing their country, and now we have the Holland and the Philippines kind of doing the same thing. Philippines and Holland kind of like being those like 2 really great franchises that now they only have 1 person representing them, and I found that really interesting.
And I'm happy we have more franchises represented this year too. Like, we don't have Canada, obviously, which I think is a big miss. But we've added Down Under, we've added France, we've added España, and I think that's really, really fantastic.
Well, technically, we already did have Down Under with Canada versus the world with Anita.
Well, I'm talking specifically UK versus the world. But yes, you're right. Yeah, so, I'm talking specifically UK because they're different franchises. But yes, absolutely. On Versus the World, we already had Down Under representation. But now we're adding France representation and Spain representation. Yeah. So very happy to see that.
1,000%. And Philippines representation.
And Philippines representation, yes, absolutely. And then we get next day in the workroom, they're all talking. And it's Mayhem talking with someone. I don't remember who it was.
What was she talking about again?
Having long COVID.
Was it Tia?
It was someone. No, it was Hannah. It was Hannah Conda. Because Hannah was like, oh, I've never done the talent show before. And she was like, oh, girl, you haven't? Shows how much Mayhem. I love Mayhem. I love Mayhem.
She don't need to watch Drag Race.
No.
She don't care.
She's been to the party.
She's too busy. Hi, I'm Cammy.
Oh my God, stop it. Anyway, but yeah, she talks about how her her physical ability is a little bit more restricted than it used to be because she has long COVID. And I was like, oh, fuck. Like that. I'm very thankful in that the one time I had COVID, which was fairly recently, all things considered, I'm very thankful I don't seem to have any sort of long-lasting effects from it. So I do feel very grateful for it. I also got it 3 years after the initial, when the world shut down. So I feel very, very grateful in that regard. I know people who have long COVID, and it's not great.
Yeah, yet it didn't cure the fact that she still only uses glass dishes as a single-use product. But, which I'm like, girl, why does she do that? Sorry, I just love how quirky Mayhem is, and I wish we got to see more of that.
I'm very excited because I know she'll be at DragCon LA. I'm very excited to go meet Mayhem.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's going to be one of my favorites.
Oh, for sure.
She's been one of my favorites her and Mo Hart were my two on season 10 of US. Like, those were my two girls. Those were the girls that I like held closest to my chest. And then when they were both eliminated, pretty close to, or back to back, wasn't it?
Mohart was Snatch Game. Mayhem was against Monet,
which was the week before, I believe.
Yes, it was.
It was the improv challenge.
It was it the improv? Oh, was that the no? The pickle was all.
It was the pickle. Yeah,
no,
Mayhem went home on the pickle. No.
Oh no, it wasn't because then
Cracker
came back and did the new jar of joy thing. Yeah.
Yeah, they went back. Yeah, when they went home back to back, I was like, I'm devastated. I'm over. This is the worst season ever. Like, I remember thinking that for sure. But I mean, hey, I'm happy to see Mayhem for the little bit amount of time.
Everybody's happy to see Mayhem. It's Mayhem Miller.
And I love Mayhem Miller dearly, and I'll talk more about why I love Mayhem Miller later. But first, we have some judges. RuPaul looking like RuPaul until you look up close and realize that her eyes are bloodshot.
Yes. Again, remind me about bloodshot eyes later.
When later?
You'll see. I'll bring it up later.
Okay.
It has to be during it was during Untucked.
Okay, then yes, that's fine. Michelle looks real cute.
Yes.
Simple but effective. Yeah.
I really like this bang on Michelle. We don't get to see Michelle with bangs.
I love Michelle with bangs. I really do. I think that's very, very, very fun. Alan looking dapper and lovely and wonderful. And our guest judge, Richard E. Grant.
No idea who that is, but work.
I'm going to be honest, I had no clue, but one of my besties, one of my favorite lesbians that I was watching Drag Race with last night was like, oh my God, Richard E. Grant. And I was like, he was in Spice World, the movie.
I haven't watched Spice World.
Oh my God, you need to watch Spice World.
It's on no streaming platforms. I've been trying for years. Yeah, you need a DVD copy of Spice World to watch Spice World.
Well, Julie, that's not my problem.
I know.
Do you want to score the RuPaul look?
See, I was expecting the other RuPaul look that we saw yesterday, so I was ready to score that. I completely forgot about this one.
Oh, you were expecting the
US one.
RuPaul look. Yes.
So I was like, oh, RuPaul. Nope, not RuPaul.
No, not RuPaul.
Well, still RuPaul, but not the RuPaul that we see on season 16.
Here's what I will say. I'm going to give this RuPaul look a 77 because I think it's lovely.
Yeah. Michelle Mugler. I'm going to give Michelle Mugler because I love her in bangs. Just for fun.
And are you scoring RuPaul or are you not scoring RuPaul? Wow.
I'm scoring Michelle for RuPaul.
Cool. Party. It's time for the Queen's Variety Show. I loved this logo, so I had to steal it.
Work.
I was like, this is cute, mama. This is real cute. But first up, opening the talent show, Choriza May.
She walked around, did a reveal. Yes. She was the devil.
Yes. And she lip-synced to her own song.
Yes. And that's it.
Say that shit with your chest.
And.
I don't think this was bad by any means of the imagination.
But I don't think it was great.
I was a little surprised to see her in the top 3, if I'm being honest with you.
I forgot she was in the top
She
3.
was in the top 3.
She was in the top 3.
Am I fundamentally upset about her being in the top 3? No, because I love Teresa.
Love Teresa.
Love Teresa.
Love
And
Hank.
I thought it was good. I liked the reveal. The bodysuit was cute. She had her Vanity Milan dance moves, and I was like, okay, Work, you learned something. The dance still was a little stiff, but you know what? I'm not mad at it for Teresa. I'm not mad.
Down.
I'm not mad. She didn't get that many high placements on her first season. So you know what? Give her a high placement today. I'm fine with it.
Yeah, for sure. I just love Teresa.
I do too. I really enjoy her. So, next up, Scarlet Envy doing a comedic singing routine.
This is the first time I got Scarlet. This is the first time I got Scarlet.
Okay.
Was in this moment. I actually thought this was going to be in the top when they called the placements out, because I thought this was hilarious. I thought it was very smart and clever for her to be like, okay, so this is what you're not going to do when you go on Drag Race. And then I thought the Snatch the Crown line was hilarious. The look Michelle directly in the eye, the fight with the judges, her makeup was sickening. This look was sickening. I just thought she was going to do more with the props. But other than that, I liked it.
I think it was pretty good. I would have had her as perfectly safe for the main reason of it being a live vocal, and I don't think the live vocal was all that strong.
I actually didn't mind her live vocal. Like,
I just think there were other people who had stronger live vocals.
Yeah. And
Um,
but if she wasn't safe, I still would put her in the top over Teresa.
there's someone I would have had in the top over Teresa. So
No, but I'm not saying like
I see what you're saying.
I liked it more than I liked Teresa's.
Sure.
So like if it was between, let's say, Teresa and Scarlett's only, I would have chosen Scarlett.
I think I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Then again, I would have had them both perfectly safe. So that's with me. Next up, Logan Dawn doing whatever the hell this was.
This was amazing.
I was so confused by this. I had to watch it twice, and I was like, you know what? No, I think I get it now.
Oh, I got it immediately. This is my humor.
Yeah, it is.
Like, this is very much like pee-pee poo-poo humor, which I know RuPaul loves. People, like, the fact that she stuck RuPaul in her head and did a RuPaul impression into the mic and created a whole beat out of it. I thought, like, the whole idea of her, like, just making beats out of the sounds that her mouth is making is so creative. And I appreciated the hell out of Logan Dawn for it. I thought it was funny when she stuck the mic up her coochie, walked backwards, and then accidentally it made the mic look like she had a boner. I thought that was funny.
Yes.
Like, just like a bunch of really like cute, quirky ideas. This was my second favorite talent show of the night, but by far for me the most creative.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I think the fact that she was able to do this in one take, live, and everything looped the way that she needed it to, that's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
That's impressive. I agreed with her top placement for sure. I thought it was lovely.
Down.
Next up, Gothy Kendall, who came out rapping allegedly, and then also fire.
The fire was cool. I wish it was just the fire.
I wish it was either just the rap or just the fire.
Also, Gothy Kendall got to do this before Adore Delano did.
But it wasn't the first time we've seen this on Drag Race because someone else did it.
Scarlett Bobo did do it, but I'm talking for a talent show.
Oh, I'm not talking about Scarlett Bobo. Someone on Belgique literally just did fire for their talent show.
Oh.
So.
Well.
Yeah.
Technically, Scarlett Bobo did it way before anyone. But.
Well, but she did it on her own. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. You know, and this was like, Adore's been trying to do this. They could have just had Adore to be here. Adore could have done the fire. But you know what?
Okay, well, it's Gothy Kendall, so.
Well, I know. But, like, not anything against Gothy, again. But, like, I do, like, enjoy Gothy. I just felt like her energy was very mid, and she was trying to get to the fire part, like, kind of the judges were saying. And it, like, I just wish that she either just did the rapping or just did the fire, but both was kind of like, or if she just did switch, like either way. But yeah, good for Gothi.
Yeah, I think the fire was good. I think what I think it was Tia said. She was like, I'm worried that she's genuinely surprised that it worked.
Yeah, with
Like,
that
I'm very
ponytail.
worried about that. And I'm worried too. This photo, by the way, also,
Gorgeous.
I didn't pull this. This
No,
photo is spectacular.
Gorgeous. The
Yeah.
fire looks literally edited in,
Yeah,
which I'm sure it's not, but like, wow.
exactly. I'm like, oh, bitch. If it had just been the fire, she could have been so safe.
Oh yeah,
But she didn't, so.
Yeah.
Next up, Mother, and also Mother, Marina Summers. And I will say what I find the most impressive about this is, so the song she has, I'm a Filipina, is based on and samples one of the songs that was a lip sync song on Drag Race Philippines season 1, being Ama Ka Bogera, which produced one of my favorite lip syncs of that season. I love this. I think it's incredible, and I think Marina is a fucking superstar.
Down. I mean, she did that. Like, she is a sun goddess born of the sea.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
And she did that. Like, I like, there's literally nothing else to say because it was drag perfection.
Yeah. Like, it's just, I thought the I don't know what it's called, the spinning thingy
that made it look like it was fire.
Yes, I loved that added to it. I thought her
Mhm.
dancing was so good. I thought the lip sync was on point.
And this outfit is sickening.
Yeah.
Like, just warrior goddess perfection.
She can really take almost any sort of space and fill up that space with her movement and her performance.
Yeah, she just knows what she's doing, and I think it's like she has that it girl factor.
Yes. Definitely.
Marina Summers.
Per. Next up, Kata Minaj.
It was meh until the gymnastics.
She was pommel horsing.
That was sickening.
Why the fuck was she pommel horsing?
It was sickening.
It was sickening as hell, but I was like, the fuck? I literally was watching it with my friends going, she's pommel horsing. What the fuck?
Like, isn't that really hard?
Yes.
And
it takes an immense amount, and she's doing it in heels. Bitch, bye. She was safe just for that.
Because honestly, if it didn't have the pommel horsing, she would have been the bottom for me. Because I was like, what is happening here? Until the pommel horsing.
I thought the lip sync was fine. I think she was trying to convey this like Alice in Wonderland sort of situation. And I got it for the most part. Yeah, I think the real talent here is gymnastics, and I'm here for it.
For sure.
I'm here for it. Yeah. I think this was very, very solidly safe for me.
I agree.
Oh boy. Well, we've come to the point in our program where we get to discuss Mayhem Miller's talent presentation.
This will forever go down in history.
Oh, she is legendary. She was legendary coming into this.
Oh yeah. No, but that was
and now that's all of that is just transformed into
silence.
Ah, fuck.
But I think I kind of let, like, it's one of those, like, let's get this roasta cooking so bad it's good.
Yes, I think so, yeah.
Never trust a fart.
If she had, and she even says it later in Untucked, had she not started laughing at her jokes, I actually think she would have done amazingly.
Oh, for sure.
And I think if
Yeah.
she had gone all jokes with it, I think it could have been so good. The concept is so smart.
Mhm.
She just laughed at her own fucking jokes.
I want somebody to come back and just redo this talent show for Mayhem. You know what I
Oh
mean?
my
Like
god.
started it just like never trust a
The
fart. Welcome
fart.
to your meditation. And then like I don't even think she was gonna say you're beautiful and don't let nobody tell you different.
No.
I don't think that was in there, but I know that's something
No.
that she says. Like that's one of her quotes.
Yeah.
So like I was like, Mayhem, no, sweetie. No. I love you, but no. But I think like I kind of live for it.
I would like I think someone could do it with like all of these stupid quotes like never trust a fart. Always make sure the water's clear.
Oh,
Like so like along that
go a whole
line, I
douching
think
route with it.
yes. Like I think that could have been something.
Yeah.
But
Unfortunately, it was not.
no.
Well, no.
Well, no. But will be very memorable for years to come. So
For sure.
Next up, Hanaconda singing about how she's perfect. She's beautiful.
She's perfect because she had a white panty on.
She's perfect. She's beautiful. She looks like Linda Evangelista. She's a
does.
model. She could walk out in a fucking diaper.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know why she did the white panty, right?
Porque.
So she did it because on season 2, episode 1 of Drag Race Down Under, RuPaul read all the girls for wearing black panties, and I guess it's an Australian tradition for not Ru girls, but for Australian drag queens to wear black panties for some reason. I guess like it's a thing that they do down there. Like it's never like it's I guess just some cultural thing, or like it's just never like read for that. So she wore that white panty and I got it immediately when she did that, and I was like, oh, she's referencing her season, and she's like, RuPaul, look, I'm perfect. I'm wearing a white panty. You can't say shit. Like I got it. So I thought that was hilarious. I love what she did here. I think it was camp. I love the fact that she was pretending to play the piano and then she actually wasn't playing it. Like that was really funny to me. So Hannah Condon, you killed it.
I honestly think Hannah should have been in the top 3.
I agree.
I think Hannah's was very, very good. I was very impressed by this. I thought the live vocal was very strong. The story of the song was so good. She had the comedy. She had the timing. I think she had everything down, and I really enjoyed it.
For sure.
Next up, JB, y'all.
You're going to say that every time, aren't you?
Sure am.
Work. Honestly, this was cute. I enjoyed all the jokes that she made.
Yeah.
Like, I like that she kind of was like, I think I'm fashion.
You want to know what it was giving me?
What?
Touch the fashion, change your life. Touch the fashion, change your life. Touch the fashion, change your life.
But Milk knew that she was doing. Milk thought that she was fashion. Jombers knows she's delusional.
It's a little bit of like Milk's talent show mixed with Naomi's.
A little
where she's
bit.
Like pose. Pose.
The fan was sickening though. The
fan was so sickening. I thought the overall performance was cute. I thought the song was cute.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not mad at this. This is the safe.
Mm-hmm.
Solid, safe, good performance.
She made RuPaul laugh, but like RuPaul's always gonna laugh when a pretty girl goes. Ah. So like, literally. Yeah. But work. Good job, JB.
Work, girl. Next up is Rancha.
You all sound like idiots. But I mean, honestly, she said on her Instagram story today that this was pulled together last minute. Like this was not her original talent show. So
it wasn't.
Yeah. So for her to like pull this together last minute and just say, you guys sound like, and just be like, Arancha, you guys sound like idiots. Dad, that was a weird dream. This was definition safe for me. But she made RuPaul laugh. and she made Michelle laugh. And I love Arancha, so I'm happy I get to see her another day.
Oh, I'm thrilled. I thought it was really good, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't mad at this. It was funny. She did a comedy routine. It was funny.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
It
mad
was
at
funny.
it. What I'm mad at is her tights that really don't match the color of her skin.
Oh yeah, they kind of don't they?
That's a really not a match.
Yeah, they are a little. They're a little like gray.
A little.
I didn't notice until right now. It might be the was it the
I
lighting?
noticed it immediately.
Yeah, I did not notice until right now.
But
she looks sickening.
I thought it was a solid talent for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So. And last, Tia Coffee singing her original song.
Mm-hmm. Which she did good.
Yeah.
Read your lips. Perfect. Again, safe.
Yeah, I think the live vocal was cute. It's very like Eurovision National Final Performance, and I mean that in the best way. Mm-hmm. And I think that's kind of what she was going for too. That is her vibe. She is a Eurovision girly, so like it tracks. The live vocal was very solid. I think the song is cute. I wish she had a bit more energy in the performance, but like very, very safe and fine and safe.
I'd wear this though. It's a really cute outfit.
Too. I love having all of the exposed garter belts. Like I think that's a really cute touch.
It's very pop star. It's very Euro pop star.
Exactly.
Like, you know what? Almost like if Romania was on, like I guess that's just because of the black and red, and I'm thinking Dracula. No, Transylvania. That's what I'm thinking of. Well, that's in Romania, right? Or am I just crazy?
Who was it?
I said Transylvania. Isn't that in Romania? Or is that a completely different place?
Completely different.
JK. But like it gives that kind of like Eastern European vibe to it, of like with the black and the red and the lips. Very much looks like it would come out one of those countries. The look itself, not the performance. But I do really enjoy it.
Agreed.
Good job, Tia. And I like this hair.
Work, Tia. I'm very happy for her.
Yes.
Let's move to the runway. Category is for Queen and Country.
Work.
First up, Scarlet Envy.
I wish I liked this more than I do.
I wish I liked this more than I do as well.
I like what she was going for, and I get, but like I Heart USA with Mount Rushmore on your head with a cute pageant dress. And again, her makeup is like weird here. I really liked it in the challenge, but like I think she should switch it up for here, and it just something's just up with the makeup this time for her.
Yeah, I don't know what it is necessarily. I don't think it's bad. I don't like it all that much. I think the Mount Rushmore is cute. It's drop dead gorgeous. It's a reference. And so in that regard, I like the reference. It was giving me Drop Dead Gorgeous meets Miss Congeniality. The movie.
I haven't watched either of them.
Oh my god, you have to watch Miss Congeniality with Sandra Bullock. It's like a gay staple, honey. You have to.
Well, I know it's a gay staple. That's why they have Miss Congeniality in every pageant. But
it's, well, no, that happened. That's been happening long before the movie. But I thought it was a cute dress. I like the back where she's like, it's the Hollywood, and then it's Am I the drama? I thought that was a cute touch.
Was cute.
The gown itself is nice, and I'm not mad at this for Scarlett.
Yeah, I don't see RuPaul in there though. Like, cause she said she put RuPaul in one of the heads.
I don't know.
Are they all supposed to be RuPaul? Like, I don't know.
I don't know.
And Mount Rushmore as your choice was a very interesting, like, that was the choice that you made. Was, you know what I'm just saying? Like, out of all the national landmarks, you chose Mount Rushmore.
See, I think it would have been really fun to do Yosemite and do like a geyser.
Mm-hmm.
Like have a whole, like your gown be a whole geyser. I think that would be really cute.
For me, I wish it was just the Hollywood sign and not Mount Rushmore. Because for me, that like this is giving old, like a new version of old Hollywood, you know?
Yes.
So like I would have preferred that personally, but
I get
I
it.
get what she was going for here.
Totally. Scores.
70.
I'm going to give her a 76.
Good job, Scarlett.
Yeah. Next up, Kate Minaj.
This was fun.
This was fun. I thought it was a little, not underwhelming, but a little bit more generic when I saw it at first. And then she revealed, and so she did her Dutch heritage and her Indonesian heritage. I don't have that pictured here, unfortunately. But I thought the reveal was very seamless. I didn't expect a reveal out of this. So I was very excited when there was a reveal.
Mm-hmm. And I kind of like how she took like the like where you can kind of see the Dutch influence and the Asian influence in the Dutch, where you see the lace on the gloves, you see the red bows that tie with the red shoes. But and even like just everything about it is like very like interesting the way that she went about it, and I appreciate like the little touches of references to her culture in both outfits. So yeah, good job, Kata.
Definitely. I really enjoy it. Both looks are very solid. And like I said, I love when I can't see a reveal coming. And I was really excited for that. So work, Diva.
She's doing Holland proud by getting reveals back on the map. Sorry,
is,
Janie.
honestly.
Love you.
Love you, Janie. Scores for Kate Minaj.
I'm going to give it an 85.
I'll give her an 87.
Work.
Next up, JB, y'all.
That's not going to get old.
Nope.
But I like it. I'm not mad at it. I appreciate her. Well, also, she's already just showed us her culture, like in her entrance. I kind of wish she wore her entrance for this.
I know. I was like, I wonder where she's from.
Yeah, that's what I mean. She really is. I appreciate how much she like puts her culture into her drag. You know, like she loves being a representative of Ireland, of Northern Ireland. And I love that. I think that having this runway, which is gorgeous with the flute referencing Pied Piper, I think was all really interesting and good for Jombers. I think I could have done without like the clovers on the headpiece though, and the bunching of the fabric's a little bit weird, but I'm not like too terribly mad at it because I know she's trying to represent. She has to show what her country is, other than just wearing green.
Yeah, I really like the skirt. I think the skirt is really nice. I love the way that it's the bunching and everything that's happening there. I really like it. I like the wig. I hate this top.
See, I don't mind the top.
I don't like that it's cropped. I don't like the material. I don't like the pattern. It feels like very, very disparate from what the skirt and the wig are giving.
I get that. See, I would have just switched the skirt personally to something different.
I would have just switched the top. If it had been like a flowy sort of like blouse in that same green, like silk charmeuse or whatever it is, like I would have done something like that. But
I get that.
Yeah, not my favorite from JB, unfortunately. But scores.
I'm gonna give it a 72 because I like it slightly better than Scarlett's.
I gave her a 69.
Nice.
Thanks. Next up, Angela Castilla Mancha.
This is a full for me. I know I'm already saying it immediately already, but I'm saying like this is really good. Like you can tell how much out of any of these queens, Arancha's had the biggest glow up.
Yeah.
Like she has really taken her drag to the next level. And I think a big part of that is having her confidence as a trans woman and having the access to financials and resources that she probably didn't have before as a local queen. Cause she was really known for wearing a lot of like sweaters and like not very extravagant outfits, but they were like very pedestrian. Seeing Arantxa, which I don't mind, I actually like pedestrian drag, but seeing Arantxa on this level where we haven't seen her like this before is really beautiful. And I think she's showing her culture on another, like completely another level. Like she is representing Spain here, and I really, really love it.
I really enjoy this. She came out and I was like, yes, she's giving good fashion. Because that was the one thing I was like, I just hope her fashion is up to par for All Stars. And I'm so excited to say that it is. I love this gown. All of the flowers on this are gorgeous. I love this say something hat moment. Is so good. The bustle on the side with all the flowers is so good. Where the gown hits too, I actually think is really nice. I definitely don't mind it. I fucking love this from her. I love it.
Downiana.
Full for you?
Full.
I'm gonna give her a 97.
I never thought I would give it on Casilla Mancha a full, and that's not anything against her. I just never thought she would be able to serve this hard.
I'm thrilled.
And I'm
to have given her such high scores this episode.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, Tia Coffee.
This is gorgeous. One, I love that. Gorgeous. I love that she's referencing both of her cultures.
Yeah.
In this, showing it was Nigerian, correct?
Yeah. So it's Nigerian. It's a Nigerian print in the colors of the Union Jack, and then there's like a little teacup in the print as well. I think on the bodice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I love it.
I know this is what she was trying to reference in her UK2 finale when she came out in her runway, which was gorgeous. And this feels even more gorgeous than that one, where she's really able to showcase both of her cultures that she's from, born and raised in the UK, but from originally like from Nigerian, born like of a Nigerian immigrant. And I think that's beautiful that she's able to show that off and show both sides of who she is. And I kind of love that like a lot of people are doing that on this season. Absolutely gorgeous. I really have no notes. I love Tia Coffee. Also, that bitch is so tall. When I saw her at DragCon in 2022, like she's taller than me out of drag, and I'm tall. Like
I can confirm, Dawn very tall.
Like she's like here on me. Like she is tall. So like I was looking up to her, and I was like, "Girl, this is like wild." But she. No notes again.
Her and Legrand Dom next to each other is such a funny image to see too. I love it.
No, for real.
I really enjoyed this from Tia. I think this is one of the best things Tia's worn on Drag Race. I'm happy to see as well that her fashion game is up to the level that I needed to be for her to do well on this season.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing that bothered me the most, I love the wig. I think the wig is incredible. You could just see a little bit of that hairline at the bottom.
Oh, could you?
On the back. Very, very much so.
Yeah. I mean,
and that's like the one thing that took me out from this, and I hate it. And I like tried not to notice it, but it was incredibly noticeable for me on like several different shots. So
that's understandable.
Yeah. But scores for Tia Coffee.
I'm gonna give it a 99 just because of what you said.
Because of the wig, I'm gonna give it a 94.
Work.
Next up, Marina Summers.
This bitch was able to make a farmer cunt.
Isn't it great?
She was a cunty farmer.
I love it.
Like, that's such a serve. That's such a serve. Good for you, Marina Summers. The way she, and also this is another thing, the way she was interacting with RuPaul on that stage, I don't think I've ever seen RuPaul so enamored by someone and someone
I said that exact same thing.
Like, have such a unique banter with RuPaul, where like we've seen RuPaul impress before. Like, I would say, like, we've seen RuPaul impress, I would say, by somebody named, like, by Bianca or Sasha Colby. But I would say, like, this is a different kind of, like, this isn't like, oh, I like your name. Here's a fun name for you. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Or you had a name before coming in here. And, like, outside of Drag Race at all. Like, RuPaul's like, I have no idea who you are. Like, I just know you were asked to be back here.
Mm-hmm.
And you, Miss Thing, are sickening and giving what needs to be given. And she's throwing him right back to RuPaul. And I have never seen anything like this. And I think it's going to be like, this is going to be like, not to expand the Georgia cinematic universe more than it needs to, but like she's going to get the Born to Do drag comment, but like on a tenfold level, you know? And I'm so excited to see. Like, we all knew she was going to be fascinated with Marina, but I didn't know she was going to be this fascinated with Marina.
I'm so happy to see it because I just fucking love her. This look is so good too. I don't even know what to say other than just yes.
Yeah, well, I guess there is something that we can say.
I think so.
Like, what else are we supposed to give it?
I don't know. It's
like,
so good.
She's Marina Summers. She just better keep it up. But again, it's Marina Summers. Like, we're all just gonna be like this the whole season. As much as we just have to say we're holding back bias, we're gonna not be able to hold back. Like, this is gonna be Bernie on steroids.
I know.
Like, oh my god, this is gonna be Bernie on steroids.
I know.
I'm excited to see Lana's opinions on Marina Summers. Yeah.
I know some of them already, and I'm very excited. So. Yeah. Mugler is the score of the moment.
Score of the moment.
Yes. I thought you were going to take down the Mugler. So... Oh, no, it's fine. I got it. I was like, I have to take down the Mugler before we talk about Jodisa May.
I love it.
I really like it.
Yeah, I think it's cute. I appreciate everything that Teresa put into this. I like how she didn't really go down the Spanish route here. She really went for the fact that she is a UK citizen, and she went for Britannia, which I think is really interesting.
And they asked her about that too, and I loved her explanation of it.
Mm-hmm.
And the judges seemed really impressed by that as well. So I was happy to see it.
Mm-hmm. I found it really cool that, like, because a lot of queens who kind of come from mixed backgrounds in terms of where they come from showcased both of them. And the fact that she went so hardcore on the fact that she is a British citizen and that she's been here for 7 years and how well the country has treated her, that she does feel like she is British. And I think that is so gorgeous and beautiful that she was able to showcase that. Teresa already is an icon, and she is stepping up her fashion this season. So good for Teresa May.
I'm so happy for this. I really enjoy it. I think this silver this gray could look really like not so great on some people. I think it looks really great on her. The only issue that I have is that the dress and the bodysuit are two different grays.
I think it's how you're looking.
And the dress are two different grays.
The tights and the top are the same fabric.
And then there's the dress over it.
No, I think the dress is a part of the top. Like, I think there's the dress and then that little, like, so I to me they look the same. I think it's just the lighting that's giving it that impression.
Maybe. I don't know. I didn't know. But I like it still, all things considered. Yeah. So, scores?
I'm going to give it a 95.
I gave her an 86.
Work.
Mayhem Miller.
Mother Mayhem. Like, this is gorgeous, and I love that. Sorry, do you want to go?
Oh, no, go for it.
I was going to say, I love that she's representing Black culture, especially with what it has in America. That Lady Liberty does represent, like, all Americans, including Black Americans. And it's such a beautiful, beautiful piece, especially the fact that, like, you know, that she's using the, like, the BLM fist as a symbol kind of in place of the torch.
I love it. Which
I think was so symbolic. I love the detailing here. I think this is a very successful Lady Liberty look, especially with the, like the belt, like kind of, like, and you can tell there's a lot of Black culture in here. I love the strappy shoe. Her body is perfection here. Like she looks amazing. Her hair is amazing. I love this hair hat wig, and I love the crown. Like everything about this Mayhem. You came to show us that you're sickening, and don't nobody tell you different. In her words.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is one of my favorite things I've ever seen Mayhem wear on Drag Race. I think it's incredible. Her shape is never wrong. Her body is never incorrect. And I love that she was just like, no, I'm going to do a black Lady Liberty and do it in the most stunning way possible.
Right.
So I am a big fan of it. I'm very happy for her. And yeah, I'm thrilled for her. I'm sad that we don't get to see more.
She's killing it. Good for Mayhem. And I'm sad that she's gone. But she killed this runway.
Yep. Scores.
Full.
I'm going to give her a 92.
Work.
Gothy Kendall.
I like that she went for this. It's just that we've seen it before. You know? Like
if we hadn't just seen this on UK5, I think I would like this a little bit more.
Yeah. And as much as we aren't the biggest fan of the person who did it, we have to admit she did do a good job.
Oh, yeah, she slayed it.
Yeah, she slayed that runway. And Gothy did a good job on this. But again, we just saw it done so much better. But I do appreciate what Gothy put into this. I just hope that she can shake her nerves. Because it's really showing, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think the look overall is fine. I like that it's a gender F sort of situation as well. I think that's really nice about it. We did just see this done very successfully done on UK Series 5. But I like the train that she has with this. I like that edition of it. That brings it to a draggier place. I like the puff sleeve. I don't think this is bad by any means, but we've definitely seen it done better. So
down.
I want Gothy to step into her own on this show. I think she's such an incredible drag queen. I just want her to believe it, honestly.
And I hope she's able to.
Me too. Scores for Gothy.
80.
I'm going to give her a 74.
Work.
Bitch, Legrand.
Oh, yeah. Like, I don't get the frog thing. I don't know the cultural reference of frogs.
Frog is the national animal of France, I believe.
Is it? Huh, I didn't know that. But I just thought it was so creative
that it on the runway.
Oh. I was watching it while I was working out, so I was like, I was paying attention and watching everything. I just missed probably her saying that. I think it's very gorgeous. I love how the tongue is literally also kind of a cape moment, like a sash, which I think is so cool. And I love how I think the Eiffel Tower is also a French pastry. Am I wrong? It almost looks like a pastry.
No, I think it's just the way that it... No, because that pastry would be more Belgian.
Oh, yeah, you're right. They speak French there. No, I'm kidding. They do. But I think it's really cool. I love how one glove is the frog arm and the other frog arm is being held on by her arm. I think that's so creative. And I really like this look. It's so camp, but it's so fashion. And I find it so interesting that she's like, I didn't want to bring out the camp early, but I guess I am. And I love that, you know?
Yeah, she brought out her stupid side, which we saw a lot on France season 1. So I'm happy that we are seeing it here. I think this look is gorgeous in every possible way.
Down.
I love that she had to basically like limp on the runway because she had a frog foot. I think that's very entertaining.
Didn't they say like something about like they loved that? Like that was they said that was kind of their favorite part, and she's like, "Oh, I wish I didn't do that." And they're like, "No, we loved it."
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. If there's one thing Logan Dawn is going to do, it's going to be serve you fashion in some capacity.
Oh, for sure.
And I'm here for it. So, scores.
96.
I'm going to give this a full.
Work.
And last up, Hanaconda.
I want to just give Hanaconda her props.
Please.
Really.
Yeah.
Because Hannah did have a very questionable past when it came to her drag, especially before Drag Race. And I appreciate the fact on that she was educated and that now she really wants to stand for the fact that she is living on Aboriginal land and the fact that, and while also showing her country very beautifully in terms of using the frilled lizard. I don't remember the exact lizard that it's called, but I think like the name for it is the frilled lizard.
I think so. I don't remember.
And I love the blue tongue. I thought that was so smart. And having and showcasing Aboriginal Australian drag, I think was a really good idea for her to showcase that. And it was really good for her to like stand out and show those messages to people who maybe don't know that Australia has a very similar history in British colonization that kind of goes overlooked compared to a lot of the rest of the world. So I found that really interesting. I think in terms of this outfit, it is very gorgeous, and I appreciate the patterns. I love the color blocking. I don't have many notes at all.
I have so much respect for Hannah for doing this. So I think there's a lot of different directions she could have gone with this look, and it would have represented, Australian drag. I really appreciate her taking the moment to acknowledge First Nations people, the Indigenous peoples of Australia, because to this day they are still being mistreated and not being represented within the government of Australia or Aotearoa for that matter. And I think highlighting that on this world stage is absolutely incredible. The print on this, I think she said, was a First Nations print as well, which I think just adds to how absolutely incredible this is. I love how big the look is as well. The concept of the lizard, I think, is so smart to do. I think the execution of this was perfect. This was my favorite look of the night.
I love that it is.
I love Hannah for it. I have so much more. I had respect for Hannah before. I have so much more respect for Hannah now, especially knowing what we thought about her before her season, seeing how she was educated on her season and what she's done since her season. And I hate that she got so much hate preseason because people didn't recognize and didn't take the time to educate themselves on how she has grown as a human and how she has grown as an ally to POC people in Australia, as well as specifically First Nations and Indigenous peoples in Australia. And I hate that she got that hate for it. And I hope that she's getting nothing but love for this. Because she deserves it. She's an incredible human.
She is. Because I know, like, when she was being educated on it, and I know, like, obviously, like, there is never an excuse for it, but she was doing it what she thought of as out of respect for those countries. And the moment she learned that it was a problem, she stopped.
Yeah.
And never did it again. And I found that really appreciative of the fact she did that. I do wish that I do actually have one note on this. She is holding that up with her hands. I wish there were handles. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, instead of holding the sides of it and scrunching it a little bit, I wish there were handles that were just like, or just a little strap of fabric that she could hold on to on the back. But that's a very small note.
Scores.
I'm gonna give this a 99.
It's gonna be full for me.
Work.
Yeah. Another reason why I honestly think Hannah should have been in the top.
Down.
But that's just me. So we go to the runway. We get our safe queens called. We find out that our top three is Marina Summers, Logan Dawn, and Theresa May. Our bottom three being Gothy Kendall, Mayhem Miller, and Scarlet Envy. I think ultimately I agreed with the bottom three, based only on the fact, really, that I think a lot of the other talents stood up a little bit better than Scarlett's.
Mm-hmm.
I do think Scarlett being low was correct for me. And I think I as much as I love Teresa and I was very, very happy to see her get a high placement here, I really think I would have swapped her with Hannah.
Mm-hmm. See, I would have just swapped Hannah and Scarlett. I would have put Scarlett safe, Hannah in the top, Teresa low, personally.
That's
And
fair, for sure.
like, just because I feel like Teresa just went up there and did a couple little dances. But
That's
like a
fair.
cute little dance and then just like left. And she
That's
just
fair.
happened to be the devil. But I appreciate Teresa, obviously.
Yeah. And that's fair for sure. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
But we find out that our top two of the week are Marina and the Grand Dame.
Yay!
Deserved for sure. Teresa is called safe, and Scarlett is called safe, which means our bottom two are Mayhem and Gothy.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately
yeah.
deserved. Like I could not have envisioned another bottom two in this, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
So we go backstage and we get Marina and the Grand Dame are excited, being the only people representing their country as well. It's a lovely first win for them, which I absolutely love. Mayhem just keeps laughing about her whole situation that she's in. I love that she was in such high spirit, or as high spirit as she could be with this.
For sure. Well,
and
this is where I wanted to talk about that thing.
Yes, please do.
I think that they were high. Dead ass, because when I saw Marina and Mayhem talking on the couch, both of their eyes were like bloodshot. Like they were red. Like Mayhem, like they were both kind of like.
Well, they had just had a drink, so I don't. I mean, who knows?
I know that
it might have been a CBD beverage. I don't know.
But I'm just saying, like the way Mayhem. Well, I'm not saying it was because of like she was. I don't even know if she smokes, but like what they were when they were looking at each other, like in there, like they were both maybe they were crying. I don't know, but like the way they were talking and the way that like they were interacting with each other, like in kind of like the reaction times. And I know they're very lax about the marijuana usage on All-Star seasons,
but it's still illegal in the UK.
Oh, it is illegal in the UK?
It is illegal in the UK. I was like, it has to be illegal in the UK, right? Yeah, it is.
Oh. Well, I don't know. Maybe
I think they might have been crying.
Yeah, they might have been crying. I don't know. But like they were like looking at each other and they were just like laughing, having a good time. I didn't know if like the reaction time or anything like that was like off. But like I genuinely was like, are they high right now? Because their eyes were kind of bloodshot. But oh my god, and I forgot like when she specifically said Mayhem and Marina, RuPaul on stage, she's like, Mayhem, Marina Summers. I was like, oh my goodness, RuPaul. But
RuPaul
no, I
was falling apart in this episode.
Also, I love how Mayhem just tried to do the exact same thing that she did on All Stars 5 in her talent show.
I know. Well, yeah. And then I love that Mayhem decides she's going to propose an alliance to both Marina and La Grande Dame in this moment.
She knew she was going home. Like,
I think
I think that she knew with how the audience was with Juju. Sorry, my cat is literally on the microphone if you can hear that. But
no.
How she was with Jujubee, or how they were with Jujubee, how like they were like, oh, they gave her so many chances because she's the beloved. I think they didn't want to do that with Mayhem. And since Gothy never really got her shot, I don't think there was a way that Mayhem wasn't going to go home in this situation, especially with how hard she flopped in the talent show.
Yeah. I'm curious to see what La Grande Dame does. Spoiler. Next week. But I think for me, what it comes down to is I think if you're looking at just this situation, it's obvious to acknowledge that Mayhem, this is her third opportunity, and Gothy went home first. So, like, there is a major disparity between the amount of episodes they've been able to have on Drag Race. I think the other thing, too, is Mayhem is very confident. Mayhem is a lot more confident in her skills than I think Gothy is. And if I'm in that scenario, I'm taking out the person that's confident.
Oh, for sure.
Like, that's what I'm doing. But
And production isn't gonna let her. We don't know if they're gonna let her flop, but like, she wasn't gonna. Like, I think if Mayhem stayed, she would have been more of a threat than Coffee.
I agree with that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But we go back to the main stage with the shortest and the tallest queen on this season.
Mm-hmm.
We have Marina and Logan Dawn lip syncing for their legacy to Dreamer by Live and Joy.
Did you see what they said? What Twitter was saying?
What?
Groudon and Kyogre putting their differences aside. It was so funny.
Stop it.
It was really funny.
I thought this lip sync was cute.
It was cute. I think Marina
I don't think either of them did bad.
Like, for me, she kicked ass. I think Marina really... Well, I think it was more of the song than it was... But, like, Marina, the moment that song started, that child can move. You know?
Don't call Mother a child.
Well, no, but, like, she is, like, a tiny little... Like, she's just bouncing all over the place, and I love it.
I get what you're saying.
She's able to move very well. So, like, you know what I'm trying to say.
I do.
I don't know why I'm trying to just, like, whatever. She killed that lip sync for me. I thought Logan Dawn did the best that she could.
I thought Logan Dawn did fine. I think she tried to lean into the comedy of it, and I think it was actually a pretty successful lip sync, all things considered. It was a good lip sync with a very clear winner.
Mm-hmm. I think she knew she wasn't gonna out-quant Marina Summers.
I also don't know. Maybe she didn't want to be the first person to send someone home.
That is valid.
So
because who knows? Maybe they don't want to get Panginaed, because that is a big fear on Versus the World.
And speaking of Pangina, for the second season in a row on UK Versus the World, our Asian queen has won the first episode, and Marina wins the lip sync.
Yeah,
deserved.
She's not a trash.
She's not a trash. And she reveals that she does send home Mayhem Miller.
Unfortunate. The party's over again, but it never stops and won't stop.
No. And
Bitch had the same exit line 3 times.
I know, I love it.
And I love it.
I'm here for it.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say, I have such a reverence for Mayhem. I really, 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 I just love Mayhem. She's one of my favorite people I've ever seen on Drag Race. I just think her personality and her spirit and her energy is just so infectious, and I am really going to miss having her on this season.
Same. I really am. I love Mayhem.
We love you, May May. We love you.
Down. And I'm kind of sad we got another iconic Mayhem meme, because I feel like we get one every single time we see her. And
we got one every season she's been on.
We got one from locally.
Yeah.
We got
her
used by straight people.
Yeah.
Straight people use that and don't know where it's from.
Exactly.
Then we have and
now
we have oh fuck.
Fuck.
And we have never trust a fart.
Never trust a fart. And you know what? If that is her Drag Race legacy, so be it. I was really hoping she would finally have a good Drag Race experience.
Who knows? Maybe when she's on Drag Race Bosnia Versus the World, hosted by Vivacious,
honestly, we'll hope for the best.
That's such a good gig for her.
Yes.
One day.
Let's talk about our draft. Our cute little draft right now. So thankfully, I didn't lose anybody this week.
Slay.
But Brandon and Lana both lost someone this week.
No. And this is Lana's first experience with Mayhem. Oh.
I know. I'm gutted.
Mm-hmm.
But so for context, go check out our cast assessment where we, and by we I mean pretty much I, did a draft for UK versus the World, as I drafted for 4 different people. during that episode. But we have a 6-person draft. We each drafted 4 people for the season. So scores are going to be very high by the end of the season. So currently speaking, in 6th place is Lana with 9 points. In 5th place is Brandon with 9.5 points. In 4th is me with 11 points. My girls didn't do too bad this episode other than Gothy. Currently in a tie for 2nd place, we have Anissa and Dawn Stone.
Who do I have again?
Girl, I don't fucking know. You have Arancha, you have Teresa.
Period.
Oh, we have basically the same team, remember?
Yes.
You have Tia, Arancha, Teresa, and John Bird.
Oh, so I had everyone was safe and Teresa was high. Cool.
Yes. And then the only difference between our drafts is I have Gothy.
Work.
Instead. So you both have 13 points, and then David is currently leading the draft after 1 episode with 15.5 points.
If he drafted Marina twice. No, he didn't.
No, he had Marina and Legrandom.
Oh, okay. So
and then also has Hannah and John Burrs.
Oh, yeah.
So
work. Okay.
Yeah. And then next week we see in the preview we're getting the ball.
Love a ball.
And no RuPaul.
Which honestly, like I love when Michelle is there. I just love seeing more Michelle.
Well, I have to say, I said at the start of this episode, but the one time Michelle hosted, they sent home the trans woman. So I'm a little concerned. And I know that it's not intentional that we're sending home our trans queens while Michelle is there. But I'm worried for Arantxa Castilla Mancha.
I'm not too worried, but also like I know she doesn't have the biggest sewing capabilities.
That is what I'm most worried about.
Yeah. But who knows? Maybe she can convince her way out of if she's in it, because I really have no clue. So like,
we shall see. But with that being said, thank you for joining us for the premiere of RuPaul's Drag Race UK versus the World Series 2. It still took us 2 hours, and there were only 2 of us. But that's just how premieres go. That's how we do here. So let us know in the comments down below. Did you agree with the winners? How sad are you that Mayhem's going? Would you have sent someone else home? How much do you love Arantxa Castilla Mancha? Are you also going to continue to call her JB, y'all, all season? Let us know. We want to know.
And one more question. And it still remains Tia Coffee.
Tia Coffee. Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe if you have not already. We sincerely appreciate all of the support that we've gotten from you all, especially on this series. Our UK versus the World coverage has done very, very well so far, and we're incredibly appreciative of it. So thank you for that. We are here almost all the time, giving you almost all things drag. If you would like to become a member of the Cup channel and join the tea room, the join button will be down below on this video, or you can go check us out on Patreon. Same content, different platforms. All those links will be down in the description below. While you're down in the description, you could go follow all of our socials at the Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. You can also go follow me and Dawn. If you are in the Tampa area, A, book Dawn. B, go see Dawn. Because they're doing some phenomenal drag. And you could go get our merch, including but not limited to the cup mug, down below as well. And with all that being said, cheers, bitch.
Cheers. Fan.
Arantxa.